Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to TechGig webinar series, our endeavor to empower techies. We believe that sharing of knowledge is the key to enhance our skills and grow us as professionals. With this principle in mind, we have initiated a series of webinars conducted by industry experts to give you all a crisp insight of various domains. The topic of today's session is Online and In-Store Retail Strategies of Retailers. Our guest speaker today is Mr. Pradeep Ganesha, Senior Manager, Program Management at Sapient Nitro. Mr. Pradeep has 13 plus years of experience in the software industry with many years of experience on program management roles. He is currently the Indian execution lead for one of the largest ATG-based multi-channel digital re-platform engagement and has managed other e-commerce projects at Sapient in the past. Pradeep's career in the past spans across BFSI and retail verticals and has played various roles on technology and project management fronts. So without further delay, I introduce you all to our guest speaker. Over to you, Mr. Pradeep.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Is the PPT visible right now? Let me put my screen. Just give me a moment. Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I've put up the screen, put up the slides for today's session. To begin with, let me briefly call out in terms of what we are going to cover as part of this session. Let me quickly get to the agenda part of it. Before I get to details on the agenda, so the reason
Mr. Pradeep, I would like to interrupt you. We're not yet able to see your slides. Can you please click on slide sharing again?
It says, okay, let me try that.
We can see your screen now.
Okay, thanks a lot. So let me get started with the agenda itself. The agenda covers a few things, but before getting to details of the agenda, the reason this was chosen is primarily to kind of primarily kind of share with the folks in the audience who are working in the e-commerce space in terms of what are the recent trends in e-commerce, and not just on the e-commerce side, but there are whole lot of things which are happening on the in-store space, as in the relevancy of the physical store and how that kind of maps into what the users or what the customers are really looking forward to. So I'm primarily dealing with the second part more and less of the e-commerce, and that's the intent behind the whole session. So in terms of the agenda, I'll start with a few slides in terms of the current retail trends, in terms of how the buyer behavior is and how the buying process has changed from what it was in the past. Then I'll get to some of the online retail strategies which are used by most of the retailers in the current scenario. So primarily we'll talk about the change in the strategy shift from what it was to what it is right now in terms of online. Then I'll talk about some of the key themes of online retail, following which I'll get to the strategies to reinvent the in-store experience. Now, the first part was more of the online retail part, and the second is more of the in-store, and that's where I'll spend a lot of time on. And then I'll get to some of the concepts which are on the virtual space, which kind of marries the online and offline world. So that's the agenda of the whole session. I'll spend close to about 45 minutes to hour speaking about it, and at the end we're going to have a Q&A session. So let me get started with the retail trends. So in front of you, you can actually see standard buying process, which